Hey guys, we're Radio 365 on your FM dial now, on your YouTube now. Back again with another video here. This video now is related, the subject definitely is, as you can see, Francis Ngannou against Cyril Gane. This is a fight that I think that is still in work, that I guess they're going to, for the heavyweight, that's the title, that's the next fight that they're trying to make. So I guess they're going to try to announce it in the near future and try to make it happen for the end of the year or the beginning of 2022, I believe. Now, what I was saying, the subject is very simple. It's crazy how love goes, guys. Totally crazy how love goes. It seems like yesterday, Francis Ngannou was that monster, that powerhouse that was basically unstoppable, unbeatable, and that had the capacity to be able to beat Stipe Miocic record of defense of the heavyweight championship belt. And it looks like totally unapproachable, untouchable, unbeatable. Even John Jones was going to be, might have not been the favorite for this fight. Now you walk a couple of days, you turn the corner, and what do you have? You have now Cyril Gane that is basically favorite to win a possible fight between those two giants, those two guys. My opinion, guys, is that yes, Cyril Gane is a hell of an athlete. You look at all the weapons that he possesses, he seems to have total control of them. You look at his fight IQ, he seems to have a great fight IQ. You look at his movement in the ring, the way that he throws punches. I mean, this guy is something else. He's definitely a great fighter. I have nothing against that and nothing to say against that. Can he beat Francis Ngannou? Of course he can beat Francis Ngannou. Now, my question, my issue with this is just that how can you discount a guy like Francis Ngannou that have proven time after time that is one of basically the best guy in the UFC, the strongest heavyweight in the UFC. And also we're saying that Cyril Gane has not been there for a long time. Don't forget that these guys only have four years difference, right? Francis Ngannou is not that old. So and when he fought the first time for the belt, I mean, he was 3 years in. 3 years in, started from nothing. Don't forget that Gane started with a career already of Muay Thai behind his back, like with 12, I think he had 12 fights, 0 defeat. So he already had fighter's experience in terms of professional combat sport that Francis Ngannou didn't have. Francis Ngannou started totally from scratch. So when he got into the UFC, in terms of combat sport, he was totally green, right? But he got in there anyway. And he achieved what he achieved, which is to fight for the championship belt, the world championship belt, 3 years in, which was amazing for someone who started from scratch. Now, it's a total, in my opinion, it's a total disrespect. And I think that this is due to the UFC. Maybe they have something against Francis Ngannou. I don't know what, but it seems like Francis Ngannou is not in their favor anymore, and that the guy who's in their favor right now, is winning their favor, is more Cyril Gane, to whom they want to lay down the red carpet for him to walk on, right? Let's not just talk about it, but let's look at the road to title of the two guys. When we look at it, I mean, when I look at Cyril Gane, right, what I see, there's not a lot of names that, to be honest with you, I can really relate to and I can remember. And now I'm talking about as a casual, as a fan who is interested about the major fights, the big names that you usually hear on the radio station, on TV, everyone, podcast, YouTube, and social media and everything. The only names that I know in there, that I recognize in there, are the name of Junior Dos Santos. I recognize the name of Jairzinho Rosenstruck, Alexander Volkov, yeah, but to be honest with you, a little less, but I recognize the name of Alexander Volkov, and obviously Derek Lewis, right? Now, when we look at this, right, obviously the fight against Derek Lewis he lost. But look at John Joe. Look at now Francis Ngannou, who he fought, right? In terms of name that you know, right? Andrew Arlovski, we know that name. Alistair over him, we know that name. Curtis Blades, he fought him twice. We know that name, Curtis Blades. He fought him twice. Cain Velasquez, who doesn't know Cain Velasquez? Junior Dos Santos, again, the same one. He beat him in an unbelievable fashion, right? A lot more decisive that we see Cyril Gane, although they don't have the same approach in fighting. So we cannot really say that because Francis Ngannou beat him faster, that he beat him more convincingly. The way that Cyril Gane breaks down his opponent, picks them up, I mean, it's something to be seen, right? And to itself, he just showed that, and that's his strategy. That's the way that he breaks down his opponent. So that was a clear domination as well. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, same thing. Francis Ngannou just pissed him up. Took a little bit more time, and actually, he went to a decision with Cyril Gane. Stipe Miocic. Cyril Gane never fought Stipe Miocic. We don't know how he would have done with a guy that have such a high fight IQ as Stipe Miocic, and a lot more weapons, whether it is wrestling or boxing, and setting traps than Francis Ngannou. Curtis Blade as well would have been another type of challenge for Cyril Gane, and we haven't had the chance to see that fight unfold. We cannot count in the fight against Derek Lewis because there was never a fight, so we don't know. Alistair over him, I do believe that Cyril Gane would have beat him convincingly, but then again, this is another guy that I think that we would have had to see him fight against. We never seen him fight, I believe, against like high level wrestler, whether it is Cain Velasquez or let's say Curtis Blades, right? And again, like I was saying, I would have liked to see a fight against him and Stipe Miocic. I think that, in my opinion, right, the type of fight that he has had, right, I don't think that they make it so that we should already give him the belt. I think that we should give a little bit more respect to Francis Ngannou and what he has accomplished than just to kind of start dismissing him, start spitting on him, start criticizing him, and putting all that he's done in the past like if he was nothing, and just going with the new guys on the block and saying that new guy is going to beat Francis Ngannou like Francis Ngannou never even stepped in the octagon before, right? And again, we look at the different style. I was talking about the different style. When you look in boxing, you have guys that jump all over the place, that are more bouncy, that are more, that move a lot more. You have other guys, like an example of Floyd Mayweather, that is very methodical and very, economical in the way that he manages his fight, in the way that he moves, right? Who doesn't move for nothing, right? And the same thing whether you're in basketball, the same thing in soccer. In soccer, you can have some people that like to move a lot, you know what I mean, jog and do acceleration here and there, to show that they're available for a pass or something. And you have others that are more methodical, that don't run all the time but do little acceleration when it's needed, that are more economical in terms of their energy, right? Because that's their style of fighting, which doesn't mean that these guys are not agile, which doesn't mean that these guys don't have the high fight IQ, which doesn't mean that these guys are not fast or cannot react fast. You look at the Floyd Mayweather, when he's coming to you, he doesn't run, he doesn't bounce all round long. No, he bounces at certain occasions. His reflex, he moves back, he tries to avoid punches, slip punches at a certain occasion. He's explosive at a certain occasion. So these are just different style. You cannot say that bouncing wise, this is the style that we have to follow, because otherwise we would have said the same thing for Wonderboy, who's doing exactly the same thing, who's bouncing all freaking fight, right? So it's just different style. And I do believe that Francis Ngannou has a fair chance. I mean, if can you imagine that if a guy like what's his name? If a guy like Rozenstruik went the distance with Cyril Gane, Why couldn't Ngannou go the distance against Cyril Gane? Is there a way for Cyril Gane, a strategy for Cyril Gane to beat Ngannou? Obviously there is. But can Ngannou beat Cyril Gane? I mean, that's not even a question. Definitely he can, right? But if Rosenstruck went the distance with Cyril Gane, definitely Ngannou has a big chance to be able to compete against Cyril Gane. The only thing that I'm going to warn Ngannou with is that if he is tired against a Cyril Gane, he's going to be going out of there. It's not like with Miocic where he was tired but was still able to go. I do believe that with Gane, Ngannou cannot have the luxury to be tired, right? Definitely not. Otherwise, I do believe he's going out of there. And there's different strategies that Cyril Gane can use to make Ngannou tired, and one of them definitely is to make him work in the clinch, right? If you make him work in the clinch, make him carry his weight, make him defend takedown, definitely he's able to wear him down. And if he does, then the victory will be a lot easier to get, right? But will he be able to do that? That will be to be seen inside of the ring, inside of the cage, right? So yeah, there it is. I think that a lot of disrespect on the part of the UFC, and I mean a lot of UFC fighters, commentators that are seeing Cyril Gane already with the belt, and who are following obviously Fernando Lopez, criticism at Ngannou, right? And I think that this is playing a big part also on the way people are viewing Francis Ngannou now, which is not totally fair. As I said, I think the table have turned, and the UFC right now is backing up 120% with obviously his mouthpiece guys like Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, and what have you, that are paid by the UFC, right? So they're backing up Cyril Gane now. It is what it is. So let me know what you think about all this. Let me know if you really think that first of all, in terms of road to the championship, Cyril Gane did face the same level of opponent that Francis Ngannou did, and let me know if you think that it is fair to say that Francis Ngannou basically has no chance to beat Cyril Gane, or little chances, and also that Cyril Gane, I mean, that he has little chances. Let me know that, right? And please subscribe if you'd like it. That would be great. Appreciate it. Leave me some comments, some click, thumbs up or down. Doesn't matter, as long as you give me your opinion in respect